5 to the 4 to the 3 to the 2 to the 1 to the love with the YouTube. What's good? What's good? It's dark again. I'm sorry I keep being dark every time I'm recording, but this is a good time for me apparently. It's your boy, it's your man, it's your guy, it's your host Up J. Back at it again with another one. Today we're gonna talk about day 15 of the pre-foreclosure journey. Just kind of giving y'all an update. I've hit my 25 daily goals because they say to make 500 cold calls, and I've made 375 of them minimum so far. I've gotten about 20. I gotta look again. I got about 28 leads, but I'm sorry. What I need to do is tell y'all the real numbers of how many of those, because those are a blend of SMS too. So I've been doing SMS. I've already went through a whole batch of about 3,300 or so SMS, and then I'm going through some. Oh, come on. I've gone through some leads or some prospects on the cold call hand as well. So anyway, what I'm getting is now too, a lot of those text messages that I sent out, the data on those were like auction dates that had kind of like already passed, or they were like really, really close. So, that's my bad. I couldn't really help out as many of those people because the timeline, it was kind of off. So I actually was able to help out a few though. I spoke about that on my other videos. Let me stand over here. Hopefully this helps. And what I come across mostly is, obviously everybody wants to keep their home, right? It's a tough time. It's a real time out here. Facing foreclosure is not for the faint of heart. It's a real tough time. It's like life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? And you got to come in there and save the day. You got to come in there and be a advisor. You got to come in there and not have commission breath. You got to come in there and know that I might not make money on this call. You know what I'm saying? And today I felt pretty good. I had a call back, and I'll leave voicemails too, y'all. I'm leaving voicemails on everything. And I had a call back today, and the lady, we chopped it up. She was going through a divorce situation. They bought the house in 2023, so there's no equity really. She talked to a realtor. The realtor was kind of like snotty a little bit. Was like, yeah. She was like, he must couldn't make no money on it or something, because he just told me to get a short sale, and he trying to rush me out the phone. I was like, damn, okay. And then another guy called her and was like trying to buy the property subject to. Those of you who don't know, just look it up. Buying the property subject to the existing mortgage, basically taking over the mortgage, leaving it in their name, and being able to try to make a profit that way. And the way he came off, she said, was like real snobby. Somebody that was like kind of just talking down on her and rushing through the situation. And she's like, nah, I ain't with that either. And she got the company name from him, making sure that she didn't want to deal with him. So she was telling me these things like, I was going through all these options. I got what they call a resource pack. And my resource pack consists of, 5 to 7. Sometimes I'll even go as far as 10 different options on how I can help these people out. With the first 70% of those options being about keeping them in the home, or about keeping them in the home, somehow stopping the foreclosure, or trying to paint the best financial picture for them. So that's what that was about. And I was just real calm and soothed. Like, I wasn't like super duper like overly excited like sometimes I used to be. Like, I could tell the tonality is everything, guys. Tonality is underrated. If you don't have the right tonality on the phones, like, it could come off a lot of different ways where the other person on the receiving end ain't gonna receive it. Come on, man. And basically, She was like, I was going through all these options, and she was trying to be a little combative with me too. She was like, so what are you saying? Because I don't know if that's gonna help me. She was on that type of time. And she's like, what are we gonna do? Like, you know what I'm trying to do. I don't know if I don't want to waste their time and don't want to waste your time. Is that really gonna work? And all that. So, but I'm still keeping it a buck with her and just maintaining, regular tone with her. I wasn't getting upset and nothing like that. And I was looking at the property at the same time, trying to figure out what was there, and honestly, it wasn't much there. And, I'm trying not to really let her know that, because I did. I said after a while, like, yeah, it looks like you probably would have to do a short sale, or, another thing is too, like, you want to give off so many options of how they can, like, get out of this situation, right? That they end up telling you, man, I just want to sell it and be done with it, right? And that's what be happening too sometimes. So it's like, okay, normally we in the driver's seat, always trying to, come in and buy the property, but this time it's like, nope, I ain't even talking about buying it right now. I'm trying to just simply help you out, no strings attached. And then something magical happens, and then now all of a sudden they're trying to really sell you the property. So that's what happened with her. She's like, yeah, we could just sell it. That'd be ideal at this point, because she's gone 12 months, man. The payments is $2,700 a month. She was going through a divorce. He was the breadwinner. She ended up staying in the house. He ended up bouncing, but their names are still on the mortgage. 12 missed months of payments. So you do the math, plus legal fees, that's probably about $40K, $40 to $45K in arrears. And they bought it for like $317. So it was only like $2K in pay down since then. So it spells no deal, right? It just seemed like it's just no deal. And she was like, well, I appreciate you really, trying, because, a lot of those guys were trying, they were just being rude about it. And that's why I kind of got off the phone, and I was asking you what company you were, because I don't want anything to do with them. And if you could really help me, that'd be great. If you can, I understand. But at least, she basically reassured that it made me feel good that I was trying my best, what I'm saying, and that she recognized that, and that I was, didn't have commission breath, or I didn't come in on the call just trying to, make it all about dollars and cents. I was really trying to help. And that's my thing, that's what you're supposed to do. So now, at the same time, we're not running a nonprofit. We gotta make money at some point, right? But I believe if you serve enough folks, you serve enough people, you get good at being resourceful, then it all just will play out. You know what I'm saying? It'll all end up playing out how it's supposed to play out. So what that means is, your income will become in direct proportion to how many problems you can solve, essentially. So I think it's kind of like another thing too, to that, like us as investors, like, we go through a lot of leads and a lot of folks that is, they want a lot of money for their property, yada, yada, yada. And then we can't make it work. And then we move on to the next. Well, I'm taking another approach, man. I'm like, look, if I can't help you here, let me try to help you here. Let me try to help you there. And essentially, you're giving them more than one option. You're not a one-trick pony. And you might end up somehow networking through, another deal may get recommended to you or referred to you, or it just, you never know. And that's what's been happening lately. I've been getting people calling me back like, hey, we spoke, we spoke during such and such time, and this property wouldn't work out for you, but I do have another one. You seem, pretty nice and pretty much like a fair guy to work with. How about this one? So some people have been tossing me other properties, and whether they work or not, I mean, it's another at bat. You feel me? It's another opportunity. So I think that's important. But anyway, sorry to kind of drag it out. My as far as my progress, we getting there. We still we on today is the 12th of February as we speak it on this, as we recording this video, and we got until the end of the month to make something happen. So this is actually the inside of that red zone, that sweet spot I talked about, that 2 to 3 weeks out, and everybody's starting to pick up the phone. More people are answering or they're calling back. So right now, guys, I'm telling you, go ahead and pull a list in your county. You know what I'm saying? Go to auction.com, go to Zome.com, go to Zillow.com, Redfin.com. Just look up or U.S. Marshals, the U.S. Marshals site too. I'm gonna drop it in the chat once I figure it out. But yeah, man, it's like all these free resources out here, and literally just pull a list. And then when you pull the list, if you just like, long as you have the address, so the street address, the city, zip code, and state, long as you have that, if you don't have the owner's name, just take that list in a spreadsheet, go to propwire.com, PROPWIRE.com, import it in there, go to, it's going to be in the, where is it at? It's somewhere like in the settings or search menu. You just import the data, and then once you do that, you map out the data. It'll take like less than 2 minutes, depending on what size of the list, and it'll spit out all the owner's information. So it gets you the first and last name, then it gets you like a whole bunch of other details too. And then you got to get the phone numbers. So the phone numbers, you can either holler at me, I can get you all the phone numbers at $6 a record. It must be 1,500 records minimum. I got a guy that's awesome with the hit rate. He's pretty accurate, 88% hit rate. So at that point, yeah, just go ham, man. Just make calls. You're gonna have to make about 500 calls. Maybe if you're just starting out, probably about 700 calls or so. But just blow through them bad boys. I mean, if you got a full-time job, shoot, get off work and call them in the afternoon. Everybody be home at work in the afternoon anyway, and you'll be surprised. Like, it's gonna be a lot of people that don't pick up, and then there's gonna be a few people that do. And the people that do, you just say, hey, how's it going? I saw that the bank was causing some grief with the property you have there. I just want to see if I can simply help, and just shut up. Just shut up. And then and then they will come in and say, well, what can you help me with? Or, no, I got it covered. A lot of them used to say, like, it'd be crazy. It depends on what time of the season it is, man. But like, they tone starts to change accordingly to the time. Like, when they had like 30 days, they was like, oh no, we got it figured out. No, we good. And even then, you still can be like, okay, cool, man. What route did you take, man? I'm glad you got it taken care of. What route did you end up choosing? You know what I'm saying? Call it bluff and see what they did. Oh, we're gonna file bankruptcy. Oh man, okay. Well, yeah, I know. I hate that's kind of like the worst option that I usually recommend. But I mean, there's other options. But I mean, at least you're taking action. About how far along in the process are you with that? Still keep going. Like, as long as they're on the phone, you keep asking questions, and then after a while, you start to just kind of keep pulling information, because a lot of times they foreshadow what they want to do versus what they actually done. Those are two different things. Like, okay, you talking about you filing bankruptcy. I was like, okay, what attorney you talk to? How much did you pay? You paid some money for that already? And they be like, no, I haven't done that yet. I was just thinking about it. Like, see, yeah, okay. So let's really have a conversation here. But anyway, so You just have these conversations, man. You just have like 3 to 5 options in your back pocket. Again, you make it all about 50 to 70% about them keeping the house. Really, is just, you talk about that reinstatement, and you talk about how much the reinstatement is, different ways they can tap into their 401k if they got one, or if they got any close family members that can loan them some money. If not, let them disqualify themselves. Then you go on to the next one, loan modification. Okay, have you tried that? When was the last time? Have you done it? You know what it looks like? Oh, okay, but it is going to be higher on the payment. But I mean, can you do it? Oh no, okay, great. Move on to the next. This one's my least favorite, Chapter 13 bankruptcy, but you could do that. It'll buy some time. It's like a Band-Aid on the wound. Won't solve it all the way, but it'll buy you some time and kind of figure out that way. I got a contact for that. Or you can file a TRO, temporary restraining order. You know what I'm saying? You can stop it that way through my guy. He's a bulldog with these. He can get it stopped. Again, that's just putting a Band-Aid on it though. It'll at least buy you some time to figure out some things. And then okay, then the next one is cash option. We can always get you a cash option to cash you out, or finance subject to. So look up Michael Frankie, man. He the one that talks about all this on his niche community, man. So he's crushing it, making millions and millions of dollars doing this stuff. Stopped over 700 foreclosures in his time. Been doing it for only like 3 years or something like that. Out there in Kansas City or Missouri. I think that's the same thing pretty much. He's out there in that area. So yeah, man, you can go in like I said, go to if you feel like, doing this, like, especially in markets that aren't as huge, like it's like if you in the market, let's say like you near Atlanta. Well, don't pull Atlanta. Pull Jonesboro or Monroe. Pull something outside of there. You know what I'm saying? Like go a half hour out and pull that county, and you'll find you'll find way better traction faster. Fulton County, like itself, I'm sure it's probably just crazy. It's bananas. They getting blasted, and this is just my opinion, but it could be the other way around. But I just think like the major markets is like ridiculous. If you go a little outside of them, then you start to be able to find a little bit more traction. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, man. I just want to report I haven't made no money, haven't locked up no contracts just yet. But we're getting real close. What I got to do is call all of these leads back like I've been doing and just keep up with them. Like I dial 50 calls cold, and then I dial 50 of them. I make 50 callbacks. If I got, 50 callbacks, or 25 callbacks, and then 25 of another set of callbacks. So 50 total though. Those are kind of my metrics right now. And then I do some dispo relation too. So working with my dispo guys, my buyers, seeing what they doing, what they kind of what their business needs are, what their business model is. If there's anything that I can help with, checking that out. Like today, all of that was going on. So all right, man, let me get out of here. It's getting a little cold. My hand's about to freeze. Stay tuned for another update. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.